Sup, you guys? ASD Classified here, and today I'm doing a review of episode 2 of Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel Moment of Truth. And you know what the moment of truth should have been in this episode? It should have been Hayley dumping Calvin. That's what the moment of truth should have been. I'm just saying, my girl, she deserves better. She deserves better. Like, look what this man has been putting her through. Like, ever since they've been in a relationship, she had to be his chauffeur because the man, he just refused to drive. Like, you know, because he was traumatized as a kid when he was bumped into too hard in the bumper cars or something. Like, ridiculous, right? But she had to drive him around everywhere, you know. And then, like, they had a school dance and he didn't dance with her one time. A school dance! And you don't dance with your girlfriend. You dance with your other friend who's a girl. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? And now this. You can't even be bothered to remember your anniversary. Like, I just don't understand, girl. And not only that, when at the end y'all make up and he doesn't even take you anywhere fancy, no fancy dinner, nothing. He gets you some pizza with pineapples on it. Pineapples, girl, pineapples. Like, I want better for my black queen. That's all I'm saying. I want better for you, girl. You gotta do better. Like, come on. There's a country rock star on the team, girl. I know you like them. I just don't. Do better for yourself, girl. Do better. Whatever. This episode wasn't that great. I mean, look, an episode about Calvin forgetting his anniversary and then telling a bunch of lies to try to, you know, save himself. That's actually a good concept on paper. In this episode, there are so many ways this episode could have went that it would have been much better for me. Of course, Super Ninja Steel didn't do that. I mean, it's Super Ninja Steel. And I knew that this episode was not going to do anything interesting with this concept because, again, it's Super Ninja Steel. So it's not like I got my hopes up on anything. But still, since I'm doing a review, I could at least like talk about, oh, if they would have did the story this way, I would have liked it more. So let's get into that. So look, what if Hayley and Calvin meet up? Hayley's like, hey, I got your anniversary gift and I can't wait for that dinner tonight, you know? And Calvin was like, oh crap. And just, you know, comes clean. I forgot, baby. Oh man, I didn't get your gift. And Hayley gets mad. And then the episode is about Calvin trying to get her forgiveness. That could have been a lot more interesting, to be honest. Like, having Hayley actually act like a human being. You know, a human being with emotions. You know, humans aren't perfect. You know, they're not goody two-shoes all the time. Sometimes they do get mad. Oh my goodness, what a concept. So, a boyfriend who has to deal with his girlfriend who's upset. Oh my goodness. You know, such a revolutionary concept that they didn't even bother to do. Like, it could have been interesting, but oh no. Power Rangers didn't do that. So, or we could have kept the lying thing. Like, oh, you know, Calvin's like, oh crap, I ain't get her nothing, but I don't want to tell her, you know, to hurt, because it might hurt her feelings. So I come up with this ridiculous lie, like, yeah, I got you the best gift ever, girl. And then he ropes Preston into it, and Preston, being the wizard on the team, he tells his friend Preston to whip up like the best gift ever, and Preston, I don't know, whips up anything. And Calvin gives it to Hayley, and Hayley loves it. But then because the gift was made from personal gain magic, the gift starts to act crazy, I don't know, turns into slime or something, it don't matter, turns into a bunch of worms, whatever. And Hayley's like, what the fuck? And then Calvin has to come clean, and then Hayley's upset by that. So not only did you forget our anniversary, then you lied to me about it and gave me some gift that turned into fucking worms. What the fuck? So then the episode revolves around their relationship problems, and again, that could have been interesting for me. For me, instead, we spend most of the focus on unfunny antics with Victor and Monty, and then this monster who has this weird power of feeding off lies, and then he can use that power to disable the ninja stars. It was a very, very weird episode. Very weird. The monster's power is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but it's Power Rangers, so I'm not surprised that this monster has a stupid power like this, but it was still ridiculous. Still ridiculous. But whatever, man. We got the episode that we got. So, you know, Calvin told a bunch of lies. There's a monster of the day that feeds off of lies and then uses the energy he gets from lies to depower the Rangers' morphers. Calvin comes clean with his girlfriend. Hayley is very forgiving. She's like, babe, I know you're forgetful. You could have just told me the truth. Which I kind of like that, to be honest. You know, it is cute that she wasn't like too mad with Calvin. She was like, I know you're forgetful. We've been in a relationship forever. It's cool. You know, I kind of like that, to be honest. Whatever. But yeah, it was quick. She forgave him. And then the fact that Calvin told the truth is what repowered their morphers. That was the stupidest part of this episode. That was stupid. I was actually starting to rock with the monster's power, you know, the monster feeding off lies. I was actually starting to rock with that because Mick said, oh, I kind of get that. You know, when people lie, you know, there's a lot of emotional energy involved and he's feeding off of that. I'm like, you know what? I kind of understand that. Okay, cool. Then you have the remedy to the monster's power be just telling the truth. Really? That's the simplest thing you could do. So the monster really thought that the Rangers were going to be like, oh crap, we can't morph, which means we can't save the world. So let's keep telling lies though. Like really? You didn't think that now that they know that lies are why they can't morph because the monster kept telling them that their lies is why they can't morph. You thought the Rangers were going to keep lying? You didn't think that, oh, well, let's just tell the truth then. Really? Just dumb. Just dumb. And now that I think about it, this whole episode was about lies, right? You know, web of lies. You had a spider monster last year. Why didn't you mix these two plots together with that instead of, oh, I'm lying and somehow a Frankenstein monster fits with this concept? Like, whatever, man. I don't work on the show, so whatever. What would I rate this episode? A 2 out of 5. Like, you know, it wasn't that great at all. But as much as I criticized how they handled the relationship stuff in this episode, Calvin and Hayley were kind of cute in this. They were. So that's where the 2 is coming from. They were kind of cute. But I still believe that Hayley deserves better. She deserves better. And I probably would have gave it a 5 out of 5 if she would have broke up with him. But, you know, that didn't happen. So, you know, for the drums, I would have gave it a 5 out of 5. But whatever. So if you're watching this review, what did you think about this episode of Super Ninja Steel? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was enough? Let me know in the comments if you would be so kind. Alright, later you guys. I'm out the